With every community, fandom, or franchise, there's usually a lot hidden hiding underneath the surface. If you look hard enough into something, you'll eventually find stuff that not too many people know about and are rarely discussed online. And that's where Iceberg videos come in. Ever since the Mario 64 Iceberg, all the way back in mid-2020, YouTube exploded with them. You've got stuff like the FNAF Iceberg, the Pokemon Iceberg, the SML Iceberg, and even the Sonic Iceberg. That last one, however, caught my attention. While yes, there were Sonic Icebergs, I'd never seen one to my forte, a Sonic merchandise iceberg. There's so much Sonic merch out there that there's a lot that's super obscure, weird, and rarely brought up. So I thought it'd be perfect for an iceberg. This was made by me and wasn't taken from anywhere, as I said, but massive shoutouts to my friends, people on my Discord, link in the description, and everyone here on YouTube for giving me ideas for this thing. I guarantee there's some stuff I missed, so let me know in the comments. This is gonna be a long one, so buckle up, starting with Clear Skies. Rosaurus. Rosaurus was the first ever master toy partner to Sonic, releasing figures we all knew at the time, Sonic Adventure. These figures are pretty pricey now since they're very unique nowadays, standing out from most other modern Sonic figures. The thing is though, they only released like 2 items. Rosaurus only made it to wave 2 of their figures due to them going bankrupt. Toy Island. Toy Island is next, and they were actually able to do a pretty good turnout. They had a whole line for Sonic Adventure as well, then moved on to Sonic X. The figures themselves were kinda mixed in the community. They're by far the cheapest master toy partner, them just having hollow generic plastic as well as some questionable designs, though they did do other stuff like bendy figures. They were more so toys first, collectibles second, though Toy Island definitely has its fans. Jazzwares. Jazzwares is often considered the greatest Sonic toy line of all time, and with good reason. While they did start off just re-releasing Toy Island figures, then they made the mythical 3-inch line, which features almost every mainline Sonic character you could want. Blaze, Big, the Babylon Rogues, etc. But it did make other stuff like a 5-inch figure line, a line of okay plushes, and a camera. The main problem with Jazzwares was the lack of quality control, and their figures breaking pretty easily. Tomy. Tomy is that line that's just kinda there. They were hired in order to make toys based off of the then new spin-off Sonic Boom, but after that flop, the line was just kinda in limbo for like a year or two, releasing stuff like Slimy Sticks. Then in 2017, they finally started making mainline Sonic figures. While the figures were okay, plushes too, it really couldn't save them, and the line was cancelled by Sega in 2019. Jax. Jax is currently the master toy partner to Sonic, and they're alright. They started making bendy figures, which were okay enough, but then they just abandoned it and stopped making them. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion or not, but
I did not care for the Jax-specific bendy figures.
But then they moved on to the articulated action figures. While they do a fair bit of re-releasing, I think the line's going pretty strong. Besides Clown Boy. Tip of the iceberg. Great Eastern, or G, have made some of, if not the best Sonic plushes to date. Their high accuracy, great shape, character choices, and general quality makes them a must-have for basically any collector. But on top of that, they've also made a bunch of novelty items, but who really cares? Comics. The Archie Sonic comics ran for a solid 25 years until being cancelled and replaced with IDW in 2018. And of course, the UK's Sonic the Comic. Because of those, there's actually a hefty amount of collecting to be had here, but the rarest and most expensive Sonic comics are issue 290 of Archie, the last one printed, or the promotional Sonic mini-comic from fall 1991, a 15-page comic that explains Sonic's Kintobor origin story. Bootlegs. Now this iceberg has basically just been official stuff, but I wanted to mention bootlegs here at least. Bootlegs are just anything unlicensed by Sega and try to trick people into buying it, blah blah blah, you all know. Kid Robot. Kid Robot makes some of the best high-quality Sonic vinyl figures on the market. They first made the amazing mystery minifigure set, as well as these keychains. Then a statue of our boy rolling down a hill with an exclusive version. And recently they released these Sonic and Tails plushes in their funny style. And they recently announced these Hug Me Sonic and Tails which move and vibrate. Funko. Funko, similar to Kid Robot, makes collectible Sonic merch, but not as much. They made these Sonic Pop vinyls in 2013 that look terrifying, plus these bobbleheads called Wacky Wobblers. And then in 2017 they started the new Pop Sonic series, which has the only piece of Super Tails merchandise if I'm not mistaken. First 4 figures. First 4 figures probably makes the highest quality Sonic figures on the market. They mainly feature in statues. Their statues have divine sculpting, extraordinary detail, and amazing feel. I don't have any myself, well, kind of, because they made this PVC budget statue, but the big boy ones are made of resin and look fantastic, and even have versions of them that light up. Plus they're also part of the Boom 8 line, which features smaller statues that are just as cool. Like this company's a Chad, Pat Mac. Pat Mac is undoubtedly the most popular Sonic collector and merchandise channel out there, creating videos discussing merch, games, popsicles, etc. He definitely has a lot under his belt, and while some people have mixed feelings on the guy himself, more on that later, he definitely left a big impact on the collecting scene. Soap Sonic. The Japanese Sonic Adventure 2 UFO Catcher Sonic plush, or Soap Sonic, has become easily the most desired Sonic item of all time, and that's for one reason, Pat Mac. Since he's so popular and made several videos about it, the plush has skyrocketed in demand. Nowadays, you'll be lucky to see one sell for less than $1,000, all because he has some cool shoes on. Plush channels. Plush channels are people who use different kinds of Sonic plushes to make stories and series. The idea was pioneered by SML, and the genre's exploded with thousands of plush videos and channels nowadays, most notable being people like Supersonic Blake or Tito Totter. Plush channels actually do get a bit of flack sometimes when they use rare and desired plushes in videos, but I don't really watch plush tubers, so I can't really comment on that. Stop motion. Now, while most people will display their figures, some of them will use them in stop motion animation. I'm sure you all know what they are, moving figures a little bit at a time and taking pictures to make it seem like the figures are moving on their own. It's a super cool concept, and I think it's executed really well on YouTube, with some of the goats being people like PipLupFan77, who made the iconic Sonic stop motion adventures, an awesome original story with an even more awesome villain, and Lifeline the Hedgehog, who made a 30th anniversary collab with all the different stop motion channels, including PipLupFan. The Surface. Joyride Studios. Joyride Studios made Sonic figures back in the early 2000s as a collaboration with Sonic Adventure 2. They made 2 bendy figures of Sonic and Shadow, as well as a limited 500-piece prototype-styled Sonic figure. The main reason people like this set, though, is that they're both in the SA2 art style and look super unique. And of course, Sonic is wearing his epic soap shoe. SA1 plush set. In 1999, Sega Prize released Wave 1 of a plush set based off of Sonic Adventure in Japanese arcades. It was pretty cool since at the time it was the only modern-styled Sonic plush set around, and it included Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Big, and a Chow. Then in 2000, they made Wave 2, which had Amy, Eggman, a Night Chow, and Gamma. These were cool and are super high quality, but they're some of the rarest Sonic plushes of all time, most notably Amy, Night Chow, and especially Gamma, since he was made out of an awful vinyl material which gets destroyed over time. SA2 plush set. Just like SA1, SA2 got a set in the same style. This time it includes our dearest friend Soap Sonic, Tails, Shadow, the first ever plush of him, Rouge, same for her, and a Hero Chow. Only plush of him until the day I'm recording this. This set is, if not more rare than the SA1 set, being definitely more desired. The Soap Sonic was cool enough, but basically all the other plushes have something that's super unique to them. Though I still think that Gamma is rarer than all of these, I mean, if he's still alive. Fighters plush set. Before either any of the Adventure sets came out, we got a set for Sonic the Fighters. It features Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman, Metal, SBO, Bean, Bark, Fang, and a Super Sonic. As you can tell, this set's pretty desired as it contains characters we haven't gotten any merch of in decades like Team Hooligan. And this set, for over 20 years, contained the only classic Super Sonic plush before Tomy. People often call this thing the rarest Sonic plush of all time, and that just isn't true. There's at least 1 or 2 of him on eBay at all times. He is super expensive though. And plus they also made this keychain set for some reason. Weird. Sega Sonic. Sega Sonic is what was put on most Japanese Sonic merch in the early 90s. Like, it wasn't Sega Sonic, it was just Sega Sonic, one word. This was done due to legal concerns with the arcade game Sonic Blast Man, and arcade Sonic games as well as products. But with those products, we got plushes of all kinds of weird stuff. There's this vanilla set which has the Animal Buddies, a Christmas set, a set with the first ever Amy plush as well as Sonic and Tails in sweaters, a sports set, a go-kart set, a basket set, etc. GEX plush set. In the early 2000s, Great Eastern started their Sonic line with stuff based off of Sonic X, including this plush set. It's got Team Sonic, Shadow, and Cream. They look pretty weird, but these were basically the foundations for the Chad that was the modern GE line, and they're pretty expensive nowadays. Toy Network. Toy Network was one of the first ever Sonic arcade plush lines, and yeah, these are no bueno. These things have a severe lack of quality control. Some look okay, some look like this. They made a surprising amount of characters though, like Rouge, who actually is pretty hard to find nowadays, and Cream. Plus these all came in different sizes, so dear god. Kelly Toy. Kelly Toy took over after Toy Network, and god, it was an improvement. They actually look like the characters now, and were actually pretty decent. And with the bigger sizes, they would extend the legs to comically huge proportions. Toy Factory. Toy Factory is the current arcade Sonic plush maker, and they're by far the best quality. They have nice proportions that aren't leg. They made this classic Sonic, and we're gonna make this Tails, but it never came out. But we did get a modern Sonic, Shadow, Tails, Knuckles, and last year we got Amy, which was cool. And then they made these sticker bomb plushes, I guess. Okay. Good Smile. Good Smile is a Japanese company that makes super premium figures, including their Nendroid line, which has one of, if not flat out, the best Sonic figure ever made, the Sonic Nendroid. It's got tons of accessories, great proportions, great articulation, extra faces, and an actually scaled Chaos Emerald. Mega Chad figure. Speed Supersonic. Speed Supersonic is another one of the most popular Sonic collecting YouTubers. He's got a really nice collection, as well as making videos about news, history, merch, etc. Pretty good channel. I even collabed with him, so go check that out or else. L Supersonic Q. L Supersonic Q is another popular YouTuber, but he isn't really solely focused on Sonic. He mainly does stuff about lost media now, but he is a huge Sonic collector and has made a fair share of videos about him, like a lost McDonald's toy, another one about a lost trailer for 06, etc. Ice Cream Bar. There's a whole genre of ice cream in the form of popsicles of characters with gumball eyes, but Blue Bunny made the most iconic one of all time, the Sonic Bar. This thing has been around for over 20 years, has had a bunch of design changes, and has become an icon in the world of frozen treats. Lego. I'm sure you all know of Lego, it's one of the biggest toys of all time, and of course there's Sonic Lego. There's the Sonic Lego Dimension set, which features Sonic, the Speedstar, and a crab meat, as well as an entire level in the game. There's a bunch of cool references, and it's actually a pretty good time. And on top of that, you even get a demo of Sonic Rangers when you're done. Then there's the Sonic Mania Green Hill Zone Lego Idea set that's supposedly coming this January if leaks can be trusted. It's really cool, and it gives you a giant Death Egg robot and even a classic Sonic figure. I guarantee this thing will do well, and who knows, maybe then there'll be a Sonic Lego line. Here's hoping. Diamond Select Toys. Diamond Select Toys is basically just like Baby's first 4 figures. They're a lot cheaper, but it's still made okay stuff. Like these statues of Sonic and Tails, these not Lego things, Sonic Bank, I guess. But most of their stuff never even came out. Like these PVC diorama sets, Wave 2 of not Lego, and even this cool Nendroid-like figure, the fuck. Sine, the Japanese company that makes every video game plush under the sun, made 2 Sonic plush sets. First in 2007, they made this one that had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and a larger Sonic. Then in 2012, they had a new set that had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and instead of a larger Sonic, it had Shadow. These things are actually pretty expensive now, given that they were only available in Japan, and they're just really nice plushes. Macy's balloon. In the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade of 1993, Sonic was featured as the first ever video game character in the parade. The giant two-mouthed Sonic rose to the skies that day, only to be ripped apart and torn to shreds on a light post, and then landed on a child and a police officer. He ran for a few more years until being retired until 2011, when he got an all-new modern balloon that looks so cool. He only lasted a few more years though, and he wasn't brought back past 2013. That wasn't until just recently when they announced he's coming back this year. Let's go! How that fucking hurt. Anniversary merch. Every 5 years, Sonic celebrates his anniversary, and of course, there's merch. The 10th anniversary had stuff like this dope-ass ring, the 15th had the statue by Toy Island, the 20th was God's Reincarnate with the Jazzwares Sonic Through Timeline, the 25th had Tomy finally make something that wasn't Boom-related, and the 30th has Jax doing all this new branding and a sticker. Movie merch. The Sonic movie, being a multi-million-dollar production, of course had a lot of merch. Most of it was outside the US, though. I mean, we got some stuff from Jax, but in other places like Russia, they had these terrifying plushes by PCO Group. These cup topper figures, which were clearly for OG movie Sonic, a popcorn bucket, and this thing. Oh, what are we talking about? We got the Sonic movie Build-A-Bear. Ah. Sunlight Zone. Fun for All. Fun for All was basically the Resource equivalent of plushes. They made this set for Team Sonic for Sonic Adventure, and yeah, they sure did. They definitely took the adventure art style to heart with these things, with these weird as hell faces. But on top of that, they also made these smaller keychains, as well as this big set, which looks way cooler. They got these big ass clown shoes and makes them look super unique. But beware of the bootlegs of these things. Like, there are so many, it's insane. Including the Shadow, which never existed, that's nice. Korean Soap Sonic. On top of the original Soap Sonic from the SA2 plush set, the company YBM CISA, while localizing Sonic Heroes in Korea, released Sonic as a pre-order bonus. Yup, if you pre-ordered Sonic Heroes in Korea, you would have gotten a Soap Sonic for free. He actually has a couple differences compared to the original one. Most notably, his eyes are upside down for some reason. Why this exists, who knows? It's definitely one of the rarest Sonic plushes though. Sega World Sydney plush set. In the now defunct Sega World Sydney theme park, there was an exclusive set of Sonic plushes released there. It includes Sonic, this Eggman being based off Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, this literal Hellspawn, as well as what might forever be the only plush of Sally Eggcorn. This set is extremely rare, considering we don't even know everything about the park itself. However, that wasn't it. Smaller, bigger, and even puppet sets were released there as well. Sonic X plush set. Unrelated to the GE set, Sega Prize made these 2 sets of plushes for Sonic X in Japan. The first wave had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Chris, Cream, and Cheese, being the only plush of him until recently with Jax. And wave 2 had a new grinning Sonic, Shadow, Rouge, Eggman, and even Bokoon. This set is one of the more unique ones since it features all these characters that are basically dead now. McDonald's. McDonald's has had quite the lengthy history with Sonic. First, they made the iconic Sonic 3 Happy Meal promotion, which are some of the most common Sonic figures ever, despite them being released over 25 years ago. And then there's the Japanese variants of those, which gave Sonic the correct eye shape, as well as completely redoing Robotnik altogether and turning him into Eggman. And they also included a Sonic and Tails ball with special versions, so yeah. Then in the UK and Australia, there were these disc launcher things that honestly look pretty cool. Then the France Sonic X line with Beyblades, a pencil case, and this thing. What is that, a breathalyzer? Then Europe got these spinny toys, and then the games. First, the Sega set, which had all these Sonic ones, as well as an eye for some reason. Wave 2, which did it again with Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. And there was also a very rare silver game you could get randomly inside of packages. And finally,
Shadow Basketball!
Pins. Okay, there are way too many pins to talk about, but here are the most notable ones, and my personal favorites. This Sega one, which is only limited to 200 copies in the Sega shop, like the hell I want that. These 2 Tango and Whisper ones, also from the Sega shop. These anniversary ones, the Kellogg's one, of course. This rare one from Sega World, this dope set for Adventure, which even came with its own case. These 2 from Sonic Team, etc. Stringy Sonic. Stringy Sonic, as he's referred to, is the first ever publicly produced Sonic plush. He was made in the first version of that Sega Sonic set before it was remade into the 3D one. He obviously gets his name from his arms and legs, which were only made out of string. There was the original version that had felt for shoes, and then a new version which had poorly attached plastic shoes. Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Bear has a pretty good line with Sonic so far. First in 2016, they had the OG Sonic, which was chunky and awesome, and a Tails on the side, plus a bunch of accessories like a ring, a holographic card, a shirt, a sound chip. Then in 2020, they made this terrifying but still cool Baby Sonic one, which also includes shoes, another ring, and a shirt. Why they did Baby Sonic and not regular Sonic, I don't know, but it's pissing me off. Namco. Namco is the arcade Sonic plush line, it's easily the most forgettable. They made Sonic, which was my first ever Sonic plush, Shadow, Tails, who looks awful, and Knuckles. And yeah, there's different sizes, but why would you want more of this? Toy Network variants. So in addition to whatever you'd call this, for some godforsaken reason, Toy Network made tons, and I mean tons, of variants of their plushes dressed in seasonal clothing. Who in the living fuck on God's Green Earth asses up in the air, but I'm not going to complain because we got stuff like Love Tales, Snowman Amy, Easter Shadow, Amy with a pink dress, Sonic with green shoes, Easter Amy, and Captain Sonic. G Fuel. G Fuel, the energy drink, does a lot of collabs with YouTubers and video games, and of course they did one with Sonic. First they made Sonic's Peach Rings, which you all know my opinion on that. The Sonic Chili Dog, this is real, and they just recently announced Party Punch for the 30th anniversary. Joy Palace. Joy Palace is Sega's indoor amusement park in Japan, and as you might guess, there's quite a bit of Sonic to be had there. Most notably the Sonic Carnival, a huge exhibit with Sonic-themed carnival games, and there you can win a Sonic plush that was exclusively made to be won there, in the form of Sonic, Tails, Sonic with a watermelon, Christmas Sonic, White Christmas Sonic, Sonic with a cape and pumpkin, and Sonic with a surfboard, plus a variety of other exclusive Sonic stuff, as well as a big Sonic mascot with this really cool chibi design. They usually let him loose when they're doing a special event, like Sonic's birthday. Treasure Hunting Sonic. Okay, now take a look at your Sonic collection. Now cry because you'll never be as good as the Chad Treasure Hunting Sonic. This man basically has every Sonic item you can imagine, from walls of boxed figures, statues, Koopy Troop's barf bag, and even stuff like displays and autograph stuff. Man's a Giga Chad. Autographs. Speaking of, some of the coolest stuff to own are autographs. Not only is it cool, but you're owning an actual piece of the Sonic franchise, and while they may be elusive sometimes, they're definitely worth the hunt, as they're all truly one of a kind. Also, pro tip, Mike Pollock sells autographs of them for $15 on his website, link in the description. Animation cells. Animation cells, if you don't know, are what cartoons use to animate before computer animation, including cells of old Sonic cartoons. And just like autographs, are some top tier collectibles, mainly because every single one of them is one of a kind. If you own a cell, that's it, there's no more like it, and you will forever be the only person who can have that frame of animation. Though not all frames are created equal. Like something like this may not go for too much, but Smoking Tails could easily fetch millions. Caltoy. Caltoy made some of the first Sonic plushes to be released in America. All they did was make Sonic and Tails, but the Sonic came in small, medium, large, and even a talking version, and Tails was in medium and large. However, only at Best Buy, if you won some sort of contest there, you could get a 52-inch Sonic, and to make this situation worse, this image makes me sad. Nanoblock. Nanoblock is a Japanese company that's basically just Lego on hard mode. The selling point is that the bricks are super tiny and it's hard to put them together, but recently they released this set of Sonic ones, including Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, and Eggman. They're really cool looking, and I hope we can get a wave too. CDs. There have been a crap ton of these made for Sonic over the years. They made a crap ton of these since Sonic music hit so hard. Like basically every Sonic game soundtrack has been slapped onto a CD, and some are even pretty rare like SA2s, SA1s, and Heroes. DVDs. These are way less collectible since they're so common and just less cool. Though there are some pretty weird international ones, like this Sonic X DVD that has Blaze on the cover, despite her not existing in X. Or how about whatever the hell this art is? Sonic Gear. Sonic Gear is basically the Sonic merch wiki. Basically everything you need to know about most Sonic merchandise can be found here archived. Not even lying, this site's a godsend for someone like me who has to research all this stuff. I've used the site more times than I can count. Azura Blaze is another Chad. Toy Fair. Toy Fair is a convention held every year that shows off different toys being made by major toy companies that year. And of course, Sonic has made many appearances. My personal favorite is Tommy's 2018 display, which has tons of unreleased prototypes in their line that year. Also, I love how Tommy, Jax, and Jazzars have all been in the same room together and there were no brawls. Twilight Zone. Canceled Tommy. Tommy had probably the biggest hit when it came to canceled stuff. Their collector series was going to have Modern and Classic Amy, Modern and Classic Eggman, Shadow, and Super Sonic figures, but all of them were left to die. Plus, they never even revealed the silver figure they were going to make, but he looks amazing. And then there's all the canceled Boom variants. I made a whole video about these, so go watch that. But basically, they were going to make a bunch of these variants from episodes, me owning one, of course. Then they canceled the emoji plushes of Boom, Amy, Shadow, and Eggman, plus the canceled Classic Amy and Metal Sonic. Oh yeah, and Christmas Boy. Generations statue. Back for Generations, there was a special collector's edition of the game, which came with this awesome statue. This thing's pretty cool since there's an actual real-life statue just like it that was made for events. Such a cool idea. Statues. Speaking of, Sega adores making statues of Sonic for events. There are a ton of these, so let's just go through some of the best. This combo of Sonic and Tails on the Tornado 2 that was made for Adventure. However, Sonic has been removed and now spins and plays at the Sega headquarters, and no one even knows where the Tails went. This one that's been around for a while and was even featured in the back of a Sonic Mania interview. This one that they seem to have made a lot of, which was actually used at Alton Towers. Fun fact, you can actually still see it there if you use the gondola. This lovely lad from Sega Prize Europe showroom. This one for Shadow, which the picture itself just explains it much better than I can. These dope ones for 06, the best game ever. These jaw-dropping runs from the now defunct Sega Republic. Like, look at this one of Sonic falling, or this one holding a flag on top of a ride. Like, that's so cool. This interesting one that was acquired from a French Toys R Us when it closed. This massive one from a Chinese Sega arcade that's over 3 people tall. And then, well, we'll get to them later. Arcade machines. Arcade machines are some of the hardest collectibles to own. Not only do they cost a lot, are hard to maintain, and take up a lot of space space, but also are sick when you can. Like, have you seen some of these things? Like, there's Sonic Pinball, Sonic Adventure Spinny Thing, Sonic Athletics, Sonic Basketball, Sonic Dash Extreme. What the fuck is that render? Sega Shop. For the past few years, the Sega Shop's been putting out some POG exclusive merch, like the Sonic Toaster I regret not buying, an item monitor candle, Mighty and Ray pins, those previously mentioned Tangle and Whisper ones, Sonic glasses, my mouse pad, concept prints for Sonic Mania Adventures, a Sonic movie pin, a Chow pin, dozens of shirts, and even a Tangle and Whisper pillow. Play-by-Play. Play-by-Play is a company from Spain who makes amusement park plushes, including this godforsaken hellspawn you see before your very eyes. The Sonic from Play-by-Play has to be the weirdest, most inaccurate, and downright hilarious Sonic plush to look at. I mean, look at how happy he is to just be there. Also, massive shoutouts to Lil Jackie on my Discord server who got pics of him at the Eiffel goddamn tower. And then they decided to make this pillow because why not? As well as remake the Sega Prize X plushes for some reason, and they're actually pretty good. And recently it was leaked that they're gonna make a whole new set of plushes for the future. I'm scared. Sega Prize Europe. Sega Prize Europe is kind of like Play-by-Play but better. They made these arcade plushes for Europe only, and they're super unique looking. These boys would definitely stick out in a collection, and they also made them into an MP3 player. Sure, if I had that thing, he'd be playing some interesting things. Also, these things have become famous for other reasons. Denny's. Denny's, for some reason, had a Sonic Underground promotion in the 90s. In it, you could have purchased either Sonic or Knuckles plushes. And while they're okay, I like Sonic's necklace, why no Manic or Sonia? That would have been so cool to have now. Displays. Sonic displays are nothing new, they've been around for decades, but it's super cool to have them now. Since most get destroyed after their use, it's pretty hard to find most of these now. Like the Sonic Heroes one, the Shadow one. They made a giant one to promote the Sega Shop at the EGX game convention. Here's an old one that would light up and you could write the next new Sega games on. I found a Sonic 2 one with this Care Bear looking ass Tails art. And finally this GameStop one with Sonic on top of it for no reason. Brick Bear. For Series 23 of the Brick... Wait, is it Brick Bear or Bear Brick? Hold the fuck on. It's Bear Brick. I thought it was Brick Bear. For Series 23 of the Bear Brick collectibles line, a Sonic figure was included. He's just one of their normal bear sculpts painted to look like our boy. But this collab was done for the 20th anniversary and it's actually pretty pricey nowadays. Soft Vips. In 2021, the Japanese company Electric Toys made a Sonic figure as part of their Soft Vip series. It's basically one of those high-end collectible art toys that goes for $1 bajillion. And just like those, they made a bunch of variants for this thing. Like Silver Sonic, Gold Sonic, Metallic Sonic, Translucent Sonic, Nick Slime Sonic, and even a black and white Sonic. I thought we were past this. Cancelled Kelly Toy. Kelly Toy actually had a lot up their sleeve that never came out. They were gonna make Sonic and Tails with the metallic shiny pattern with Silver and Super Sonic, which we found because they randomly went up on eBay and sold. But more importantly, they were gonna make a Cheese the Chow plush as well. It would have been great to go with their cream and it would totally sell a buttload. But most importantly, we were gonna get a werehog. This odd looking boy was found, once again by Pat Mac, on the Chinese shopping site Taobao, along with other old factory stock of Kelly Toy plushes. Sonic X Hooters. In the mythical land of 2017, to promote Sonic Forces in Japan, there was a collaboration between the game and Hooters. Across certain Japanese Hooters locations, there were signs put up, cutouts placed, dozens of soap Sonics put there for no reason, and even events like the Hooters workers dancing to Fist Bump, and challenges like who could beat Mortar Canyon the fastest. And if you won, you got this exclusive print and a soap Sonic because kill me. But most importantly, there were 4 coasters made exclusively for the event that I need to find. I've been looking for months, please send help. 25th Cafes. But even cooler than Hooters were the Sonic 25th Anniversary Sweets Paradise Cafes. In 2016, Sega teamed up with Sweets Paradise to make 2 different Sonic 25th Anniversary cafes in Japan. These things were sick not only because they had exclusive food, but also had stuff like the Green Hill Roll Cake, the Eggman Omelet, the Sonic Latte, and the Styx Jungle Juice. But you were also given a special coaster featuring different Sonic games, but also a sticker of a random character. And then in 2017, they made another for Forces, which again had classics like the Tails Noodles plus stickers. Oh yeah, and all of them had soap Sonics again just cuz. Hello Kitty X Sonic. In 2013, Sega decided to team up with Scenario and make Sonic X Hello Kitty a thing. It started with just this one plush, but then we got even more Scenario characters that I don't know. We got Cat Guy as Tails, Bunny Girl as Amy, and of course Bird Boy in Knuckles attire. They even made a set of blind box figures plus an exclusive Super Sonic variant of Hello Kitty that was exclusive to Comic-Con. Mascots. So ever since the 90s, Sega's been making mascots of the Blue Boy, and there are a crap ton that they've made. Like for example, this Tails with big boy eyebrows, Sonic with the epic shoe, Shadow and Rouge, Cream who held a one-of-a-kind cheese plush, the Werehog who was only shown at one event, what's the point, one specifically made for the Sonic movie premiere, wonder if they were making an OG movie one, a set of Boom ones, with the Sonic being used at the Dutch premiere of the Sonic movie as we all know, this cool set where Amy is really short for some reason, the modern iconic one that Sega's been using for a few years now, and one I rarely see anyone talk about, the modern Sonic one transformed into Boom Sonic. Magazines. The best way to get gaming news were in magazines until the internet whipped its ass, but there were a few Sonic-focused ones. There's of course these iconic Nintendo Power covers for ones like SA2 Battle and Black Knight, Sega Harmony, an internal one which is where the Sonic the Screensaver art originated from, the short-lived German one by Panini which goes for No, the UK's official PlayStation 2 magazine which has this trippy Sonic render on it, Dreamcast Press, Sega Jack, Sega Saturn magazine, it just goes on and on. Pre-order bonuses. Sonic's got a couple of these, most iconic being the GE Sonic hat with colors pre-orders. But screw that, because in Australia you got a Tomy figure that had exclusive wisp. No, I won't stop bitching about it. You got a DS case for pre-ordering Sonic Chronicles, DVDs for Sonic Boom, Fire, and Ice, and of course the Baby Sonic keychain for Colors Ultimate, because I guarantee they had a surplus of them after they didn't give away as many as they thought they would in Japan. Pogs. Sonic 3 Pogs came out in France for Sonic 3 and Knuckles in the early 90s. Then these Sonic 2 ones from Spain, and then there's these ones that are part of a Cookie Crisp promotion. But these things feature Sally. Literally some of the only American Sally merch was released in boxes of Cookie Crisp. These things are actually pretty rare, since I doubt anybody doesn't want to miss out on owning a Sally Pog. Attention! I have made a reference to Pogs on the internet. By internet law, I am now mandatorily required to play the scene from The Simpsons with the Alf Pogs.
Remember Alf? He's back in Pog form.
Thank you. School supplies. Sonic's face has been plastered on everything, so why not school supplies? You got stuff like a Chow notebook from GE, these adventure pens, Sonic X colored pencils, these cool pencil tins, those cool pencils with all different colors that all the cool kids had but with Sonic, Sonic Heroes notepads, Sega Sonic pencil sharpener, wisp folder, etc. Manga. While Sonic's had a crap ton of comics, he's also had a few mangas. There's of course the infamous one with Nicky the Hedgehog transforming into Sonic, and fighting Dr. Eggman with Tails and Charmy. But then there was also one made before that to promote Sonic 1. This one's weird since it has humans in it, which besides Eggman, this was their first appearance in the entire franchise. But something I didn't know is that they actually made a bunch for individual games. There were ones for Unleashed, Black Knight, Chronicles, Colors, and Generations. Bon Bon plush. Back in 2017, when the Sister Location plushes came out, people questioned why there was a Bonnet plush but not Bon Bon. This sparked into a bunch of rumors and a bunch of poorly done edits claiming it was a GameStop exclusive. It of course ended up being fake though. Errors. Usually Sonic products end up looking rather okay, but sometimes they look like this. Every once in a while a machine will mess up or something and a product will come out wrong. I actually have one of these though. Some random guy on Mercari listed this Tomy Sonic with half of his head spikes going up instead of down for some reason, and I got him.
Here he is. I don't feel like getting up. Fuck you.
Mac Yuka. Mac Yuka is a Chinese company that made some pretty unique Sonic plushes over there. They made Team Sonic in small, medium, large, and extra large. And honestly, I think they look super cool. They even have these holographic buttons on the back, as well as these cool tags. If these may seem familiar, it's because they were localized into the Fun for All plushes. Midnight Zone. First plush. When pitching Sonic 1 to Sega, there was a plush of Sonic that was present. It looks super weird by today's standards, he has 3 back spikes, but this was the first ever plush of Sonic ever made. It's currently owned by Naoto Oshima, and it seems to be in good hands. Canceled Resource. Resource had a lot more planned for their line before going under. They were going to make a 10th anniversary wave that had a golden repainted Sonic for some reason, and a repaint of Gamma into E102 Alpha. But even more devastating was the mythical canceled Wave 3, which had Shadow, Rouge, Eggman, and Super Sonic. But sadly, when they went bankrupt, all this was canceled. Fun fact though, the reveal of those figures was actually the first time Shadow and Rouge's names were ever announced. Canceled Toy Island. Toy Island never got to make a bunch of cool stuff as well. They were going to make this line of why do they look like that? Sonic has blue arms, Tails has his tongue sticking out. Knuckles' face looks weird in Chow. I mean, these are probably just prototypes, but come on, look at these, they're terrible. But other than that, they were going to do this Bendy figure at Gamma. The Bendy line was just kind of there, but I'm sure it would have been more popular if they made this guy. Jack's Ray plush. A while ago, a bunch of Jack Sonic prototypes showed up on eBay. However, one of them was a prototype of Ray the Flying Squirrel, which had never even been revealed. Unfortunately though, it seems that he's been canceled and is never coming out. Like ever. It sucks because I got to do Mighty, why not Ray? Namco Amy plush. While Namco's lineup was mediocre at best, they were going to make one that looked pretty good. Amy. All we have is this tiny picture of her, but she looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Though anything looks better than this. Lost statues. While statues are cool, they're not built long term. Usually they're only made for something time sensitive, which is why many Sonic statues have been lost or destroyed over the years. Like you of course have the Sonic and Sally statue from Sega World Sydney that's now in some dude's junkyard and he's not giving them up. And of course the famous Sonic statue from the mountains in Japan. It was used to mark the entrance of the guy's house and then the family restored it, happy ending, yay. We should feel lucky we even know what happened to a lot of these since most of them just disappear forever without a trace. Daddy's Ketchup. The UK ketchup company Daddy's had a collab with Sonic for some reason in the 90s. You could find Sonic plastered onto 3 different types of bottle. Why this exists, I don't know, but I'm not complaining. Kiosks. Now most video game companies make kiosks for their consoles, but there are a few Sega ones that feature Sonic. Like this Genesis one with Sonic at the top, another Genesis one with a cool Sonic spinning on the bottom, a Dreamcast one with classic Sonic on it for some reason. It doesn't really count, but here's a McDonald's one that had Sonic Riders playable. Imagine how slimy that controller is. Jack samples. Recently, many samples of Jack Sonic stuff have shown up. Most of them are just the same sculpts with no paint. There's someone I always see on Discord who has a bunch of them, so credit to him. ToyWiz. ToyWiz is a simple toy shopping site, but they've been responsible for a few Jax leaks. Like they leaked the articulated figures before they were announced, Wave 5, 6, the modern plushes, most 2.5-inch figures, etc. But most importantly, they were leaked Baby Sonic's existence, with them leaking the plush by Jax before he was even revealed. Jones Mania drinks. For Mania's promotion, the soda mixers over at Jones made a special Sonic Mania theme set, set, there was blue bubblegum for Sonic, orange vanilla cream for Tails, and Knuckles got red cherry lime. They were only available at one single convention where the game was being shown, and they costed about $100 for each bottle. Safe to say a lot of people will probably never get their hands on them. Eagle Moss. Last year, only in the UK, the company Eagle Moss released these amazing mini statues of Sonic and the gang. They're extremely well done, they're in extremely cool poses that make them stick out. They even did these cool pixelated figures, which are so amazing. Too bad these are only in the UK though, I totally would have snatched these things up. Canceled Jack's movie merch. When Movie Sonic was redesigned, a lot of the movie's merch was canned, including these from Jakks Pacific, including these performance figures of Movie Sonic and Robotnik that were listed on Toy Wiz. I have no idea what that means, but maybe they were super articulated or something, who knows. Then there's a listing for a 13-inch talking figure. Maybe that was referring to the plush, but no one can say for sure. Jakks Movie 2. Speaking of, several pieces of Jakks Movie 2 merch have leaked. For example, this set of plushes that's clearly early on in development. These are probably going to be the generic $10 ones. Then there's this mysterious image of what's supposedly another Knuckles plush. I'm guessing the owner's being pretty sneaky about it, but he looks pretty cool if he ends up being real. And then there's this Fluffy Boy. This thing looks sick. I love his expression. Plus how he has realistic details printed on. I can't wait for this guy. Thieves. In France, there are these tiny little figures called Thieves. They're supposed to be cake toppers in a way, but there are Sonic ones made in the 90s, 2011, and just recently in 2020. They're pretty unique and odd considering that not too many people know about them, but the paint jobs, man, the paint jobs. Though there are figures of Rouge, Cream, Blaze, as well as a hockey Eggman in this style. Sega World Sydney merch. Across the now defunct Sega World Sydney, there was a ton of merchandise that was released there and only there, like this set of sippy cups, this set of figures which contains my holy grail besides Tommy Silver, Sally, a snow globe, Sonic slippers, pins, Coca-Cola sponsorships, and of course this terrifying Sally mask because I guess sleeping's overrated in Australia. Plush blanket prototype. The YouTuber Shiz Knight's friend's dad worked at a shipping company that worked with the retailer FYE, and every so often you get a box of stuff for free, and one of those boxes contained this plush. It came with a blanket and was never seen anywhere else. It's almost definite that this thing's a prototype of the Northwest Company's Sonic blanket plush. Not even Shiz Knight knows how this thing wound up in his possession, but it's cool nonetheless. Hardee's. In 2016, Hardee's had a promotion for Sonic Boom, Fire, and Ice where you can get one of 4 toys based off the game. There was a ball, a board game, a metallic figure, and even a toy watch that replicates Sonic's. That's cool. These are super cool, and actually some of them are pretty hard to find nowadays. Winking Sega Sonic plush. There was an ongoing mystery revolving around the supposed variant of a winking Sonic from the Sega Sonic set. People speculated for years when eventually the poster of the original image that sparked everything came out and said it was just drawn on when the eye fell off. Mystery solved. The Depths. Nintendo NY. While the Nintendo NY store is basically a hub for all Nintendo merch, some other series were also stocked there, like the Tommy Boom Tails' Plain Place set according to Google Maps Street View of inside the building. OVA animation cells. While animation cells of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, a few SAT-AM, and even some CD ones have surfaced. Not a single cell from the Sonic OVA has. Like, not one. If that's the case, then who knows, maybe they've been destroyed or lost over the years. I doubt companies involved really cared what happened to them after their use. Props. Out of everything you can get for the Sonic movie, the coolest is definitely the props. For example, Treasure Hunting Sonic managed to get the flannel that James Marsden wore in the movie. Just seeing this thing is so cool, like has James Marsden's skin flake DNA on it. If he dies, we can clone another. But apart from that, I actually found a Facebook listing in Canada with 2 big boxes of props. It was recently taken down, so I don't have pictures of it, but it had stuff from the police station, like this plate and the ice bucket from the hotel scene. Kid Robot Chaos series. So Kid Robot was going to make these more traditional figures in their own style back in 2019. The set would have included characters like Rouge, Blaze, and Espio, and I'm so bummed that they never came out. But actually, Sonic, Tails, Eggman, and Metal were just for some reason released in their own special 2-packs. I really hope this means we can get the other guys like this someday. That would be so cool to have them all together. News Power. One of the oddest Sonic plush makers ever was News Power. They made plushes exclusively for China, which were almost all inspired by others. Like you have these Sonic and Tails, which were obviously based off of Mac Yuka, or this Dakin Suction Cup boy. However, they did have their own Sonic design, which was made into different sizes. He looks okay for the most part, but he has those stupid flat cow toy spikes. U2s. In a Reddit AMA on r/U2s, it was revealed that Sega apparently was interested in making U2s figures, as well as U2s stopped using Dead Meme, aka Uganda Knuckles, and supposedly after the 1-foot figure, Dead Meme is going to be publicly executed. And I was so late getting this out that they just teased a new one, fuck. Though I think most people would let him die if it means we're getting Sonic U2s. Canceled Pixel Pals. At E3 2018, alongside the Sonic Pixel Pal figure, there were also figures of Tails and Knuckles shown that looked so cool. Pixel Pals said these were, quote, just made for Sega, whatever that meant, and they never came out. They would have been so cool to go alongside Sonic. These are right up there with the Chaos series for me. Amogus. Extreme merch. While Sonic Extreme got cancelled, a bit of its merch was actually released. It wasn't anything too crazy, a radio, a pin, shirts, etc. However, it had Sonic doing much of sports on it, which honestly looked kinda cool with this blacklight aesthetic. And they even redesigned the Sonic ice cream bar with this branding, that's cool. Sally Skeleton Doll. Okay, little warning here, this part's gonna be a bit disturbing. So back in 2009, the DeviantArt user Gradendine decided to make a love doll in the form of Sally Eggcorn. People all over the internet were confused and scared by this thing with good reason. It looks incredibly realistic and genuinely terrifying. Like, this thing wouldn't be out of place on the SCP Foundation, and it probably doesn't help that it was made using a human skeleton. Okay, well, it wasn't a real human skeleton, it's just a life-size replica. And just recently, the doll's been redesigned with this new fur coat, and that does make it a bit less nightmare-inducing. There's actually a lot of behind-the-scenes pics of the doll's creation on his DeviantArt. Oh god, Caltoy Sonic, hang in there, buddy, we're sending back up. Europe Speed Challenge prizes. So back in the year 2000, only in Europe, you could download a limited time DLC to Sonic Adventure that let you compete in a time version of Emerald Coast, sponsored by Reebok. You needed to find all 5 pairs of Reebok shoes and reach the goal as fast as possible. And your times were put on a leaderboard and compared with others. And the top 50 contestants were actually given special exclusive prizes. Places 50th to 11th got a special Sonic Europe World Ranking t-shirt, 10th to 5th got a certificate as well as free Reebok shoes, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd got 200 pounds of Reebok credit, free shoes, and a framed golden copy of Sonic Adventure. No one's ever seen a picture of these things, however one very similar was given to JF Sicilian when he left his position of CEO of Sega of Europe. But if you won the competition, you got 1,000 pounds of Reebok credit, free shoes, and a personalized Dreamcast kiosk. This thing is insane. It's got completely unique printing on it, as well as the winner Neil Ridaway's name put on it, showing that he is the Europe Sonic Speed Champion. He still has it today and even watched Sonic Central on it. What a Chad. London Marathon statue. For the 2012 London Marathon, there was a collab with Sega to put Sonic branding all over the race, as well as Sonic to be an actual racer in the race. But most importantly, there was a special one-of-one variant of the first 4 figures classic Sonic statue that was given out at the race. He's basically the same, just now with a jersey he wore in the race, alongside the logo for the Spinal Injuries Association. And while I did mention this in the second Useless Facts video, I didn't know who owned it. But since then, I found who does. The DeviantArt user Mizuki Moon. They have an extremely impressive collection featuring the entire SA1, SA2 of Fighters and World City set, as well as this. Cancelled SA1 Burger King. While there were Sonic Happy Meal toys, Burger King almost got ones for Sonic Adventure. It would have included a bunch of toys, including Turbo Prop Tails, Knuckles Goes for a Spin, Noisy Amy, Frog Fishing Cat, Supersonic Sled, Somersaulting Snowboarding Sonic, Go Gamma Go, Twisting Twirling Tails, Rip Roaring Robotnik, and Walk'em Sock'em Knuckles. These would have been so cool, like these would have been the first, if not the only fast food Marin Sonic figure line. ASM Zine. This mysterious line of figures is from a company called ASM Zine. They were going to make this line of figures of characters from all different properties like Street Fighter, Mega Man, Pac-Man, etc. But they were also going to include Sonic and Knuckles. However, none of these ever came out. RIP. Sega Players Enjoy Club figure. In the early 90s, Sega had a magazine called Sega Players Enjoy Club. And in one issue, the cover features this figure. This figure's origins are a bit of a mystery, but it was supposedly shown at a Toei Animation board meeting in 1992, probably to explain Sonic's design and character. And we know from this image that multiples of it were made. Sega Prize Europe Boom. While the Sega Prize Europe set was pretty standard, they were going to make a line with the Boom designs. I really like these and I'm super bummed they never came out. They look really unique compared to Tommy's. Dreamcast Championship statue. Here's a strange looking statue, a bronzed Resaurus Sonic. It's just the 10-inch Sonic, but it seems to be coated in bronze. It also has a base that reads Sega Dreamcast Championships, February 5th, 2000. This thing is pretty mysterious and nobody really knows the origin of it. Pretty odd. Joyride prototypes. While most prototypes end up looking pretty similar to their release counterparts, that was not the case for Joyride. Instead of bendy limbs, they were originally going to have actual joints. We do have a few pics of the prototypes, but none are more perplexing than this. This mysterious image was supposedly put on Discord when somebody nabbed it. This image clearly shows the Shadow prototype is safe with a collector, which is awesome. And there's also this apparent Supersonic variant, however that's just a custom. It was made by YouTuber Orange Hedgehog. Wait, never mind, I just saw somebody say that it was actually just a test mold that was made to be yellow for some reason. Zam. It's actually heavily rumored that these are owned by El Supersonic Q, given the bagged Night's Chow in the back, which he has, and I doubt many people just have a bagged Night's Chow laying around. Condoms. So for some godforsaken reason, Durex China decided to make this unofficial advertisement which references Sonic for the 30th anniversary this year. Why they chose to make this, I have no clue, but I can feel my ads being taken away, so let's move on. Quees. These are Quees, basically just little keychain blind box figures, but they were gonna make Sonic ones. These were just simple little chibi boys, but they were gonna make a Rouge figure cool. There's also the set of figures which are in a more generic Quee style, but are just the silhouettes of the characters with the Sonic logo plastered on their face for some reason. But weirdly, they were gonna make a chip one of all characters? Weird, these never came out though. Inflated PatMac prices. While PatMac does make great videos, he unintentionally left a big ripple in the collecting scene. Whenever he made a video about something, the price would skyrocket. Like for example, he made a video about the Joyride figures. At the time, Joyride Sonic went for about 40 bucks. Nowadays, it'll run you at least 100, even if he doesn't have the base. Or how about the Sine sets? Sonic went for about 30 bucks in 2017, but after the PatMac video, Or dare I even say Soap Sonic. He usually would go for about $1,000 but nowadays if you list him for $10,000 on eBay, it'll sell by the end of the day. So that was the Sonic merchandise Iceberg. This has definitely been my most researched, in-depth, and longest video yet. This thing took me so long. The script is on page 25 at this point, and it's nearly triple the length of Sonic customs. So anyway, tell me what I missed or forgot on here, and what you guys would have done. And also, massive shout out to everyone who gave me ideas for this thing. I really couldn't have done it without you guys. Thanks so much. Now, on to new adventures. See ya.